Well, good morning, everybody. It is Mrs. Thorson, and I am going to walk you through today's lesson. This should be Monday, April 27th, and our topic for today and all of this week, actually, is circles. Go ahead and follow me with the getting started. Last week, we wanted to make sure that you remembered how to find the area of quadrilaterals and triangles so that you will be ready to work with 3D shapes like prisms later in the unit. Today, we'll begin learning about circles. Remember that circles are not polygons because they have curves instead of straight lines. This means that circles will have some unique vocabulary like circumference and pi. That's what that purple symbol is, and you say pi. There will be 2 lessons this week on circles. Today's lesson will focus on how we can make sense of the formulas for circumference and area of circles, and Wednesday's lesson will allow you plenty of time to practice using those formulas. The practice section on CK12 today might say quiz instead of practice, but it's not really a quiz, so go ahead and treat it just like you would a regular practice, just like you have been. So our learning targets today are I can identify parts of a circle. I'll get my pointer here so we can actually see. I can identify parts of a circle. I can explain the difference between circumference and area. And I can understand and memorize the formulas for circumference and area. So our first activity today is going to be on identifying parts of a circle. So you can see in front of you right there, you have a gray circle with an orange border and a green dot in the center. So let's start with the green dot in the center. Guess what? It's literally called the center of the circle. And everything else that we do or talk about in a circle is based on that. So to actually create a circle, you start at the center and you make dots that are the same distance away. So I could start here, make a dot, start here, make a dot. That distance from the center to any point on the orange line is called a radius. All right, the radius is the same. Doesn't matter if you draw it from here to here or if you draw it from here to here. It's going to be the same distance in a circle. So the distance from the center to the outside of a circle is called the radius. Well, look what happens when you put 2 radii, that's the plural of radius, together. Notice how when you take one radius and add another radius, they go all the way from one side of the circle to the other, and they pass through the center. That creates another unique piece of vocabulary for circles. It creates diameter. Diameter is a line segment that goes from one side of the circle all the way to the other side and passes through the center. The diameter is made up of 2 radii. This orange border that goes all the way around the circle, this is called the circumference. In a circle, it's really just a fancy way of talking about the perimeter. The distance around the outside of a circle is called the circumference. All right, go ahead and get started with today's first activity. Good luck.